Hi everyone, it is Martha, just Martha Designs, and as promised, this is my update with a little better video quality, I guess you could say. Um, One, I wanted to go over and tell you a little bit about what's been going on. Um, as a matter of fact, there's so much that's been going on. But it has been a month since starting the Neupro, and I have had um, a lot of success with the medication. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm hoping that um, perhaps with this that it's going to improve a lot of other health issues that I had. Because of the other medication that I was on. As a matter of fact, I was even thinking about the fact that I really wish that the doctor that I had um, back in 2016 when I was diagnosed, really wish that he would have put me on this medication first. While the other medication gave me some immediate results, and that was the carbidopa, levodopa, or Cinnamate, it gave me just immediate results right away. I could move with some ease, and it even really helped with the pain issue that I had. And so when I had gone back to him to tell him about the medication, that seemed to be the right choice. So, and that was 2006, then to 2016, 2017. And so he decided it's best not to change up anything. We're not going to push for anything. This is going to be it, because I think that if we start playing around with it, chances are something might be worse, and then you'll still have to come back to it. So looking at the approach that my new neurologist took, which was to put me on the Neupro patch, and I'm fairly consistent with making sure that I put it on every single day at the same time. There have been a few days that I have not put it on. I do have the grogginess. Really have to fight through that. It takes a good bit of caffeine to get me through my day, just because I want to take a nap if I sit still too long, or driving is really bad. I have to make sure that I'm not behind, like I will not follow a big transfer truck down the highway, just because it kind of hypnotizes me if that's the same thing that I keep seeing. So driving, I make sure that I'm not just staring straight ahead at the road, that I'm kind of like looking around a bit, just to keep me from falling into that hypnotized state. So I can honestly say that there've been really big, a really big benefit to this new medication, and I think that it's worked better than the Cinnamate. With the Cinnamate, I still had like really strong fasciculations, and up until, it took 2 years before I started having some really breakthrough symptoms, and I think a lot of that was from the fact that with it being 3 doses a day, I would forget that middle dose, especially when I was working, because if I didn't have a long enough time for lunch, I would forget to take it, and then I'd forget all about it. Or when my planning period rolled around after my last class, I wouldn't take it because I had a meeting I had to rush off to. So it was really hard for me to take that dose in the middle of the day. Morning and night was no problem. So that was a big factor in her decision to go to a 24-hour regimen. and like I said, I've been very consistent with making sure that I put it on at the same time and take it off, so that's been um, that's been something that's helped, and I think that's also something that has kept the medication in my system. So, getting through the first week, really the first 2 weeks. So, getting through the first 2 weeks of being sleepy all the time, and I mean, I slept. I would think I was awake for maybe 4 hours in a day, if that. So I was sleeping all the time, and then the nausea and just vomiting with it. That was really hard, but some of it was probably due to the fact that the other medication was still in my system, and so I was like really bombarding my body with these two similar dopamines, and it just did not react very well. I did eventually stop taking the Cinnamate, instead of decreasing the way I was supposed to, because it was so bad. Um, and then just having to let it get out of my system. So um, that was one thing. We did move, and so I'm still transitioning into trying to unpack. Some things are unpacked, some things are not. I managed yesterday to go and get a haircut. Wanted my hair to be shorter when the new grandbaby arrives, and to avoid the whole idea, because newborns like to grasp onto things and hang on to it, and my hair was very long. So, still in getting ready for the school year, still getting unpacked, still trying to get everything together. I do have some videos that I am planning. I'm also planning to make um, I'm making a purchase for Stampin' Up, so I have some new stuff to show you guys. I did fall behind so many things, but anyways, moving was a benefit for all of us. The other house that we were living in had an issue with black mold on all of the exterior walls. So any room that had a wall that was an exterior wall, mold would grow, black mold would grow, and it's very hard to get rid of it. Because one, it's coming in from the outside, and you can only treat what you can see, and that's not killing what's still there. And so, moving gave me really a relief to my asthma symptoms, because it kind of cut all of that down. And two, I was having some just memory issues. I was having some joint pain issues, and we were constantly sick. And I mean, constantly sick, everyone in the house. A lot of those symptoms have improved for us, including the memory issues and things like that. So that has been I think, probably one of the better benefits to everything, because we were all feeling very sick from living in that, and I'd been there for 2 years, so it was time to move out. We had been battling everything going on, and really with no kind of um, air filtering system. It was, I think that made everything worse. And the funny thing is that as we were trying to load up the truck, there were people who were stopping and asking us who it was that we rented from and everything else. That was kind of creepy. Or the people who contacted me randomly on Facebook. That was creepy people. Don't do that. Um, to ask me about that. And I was like very honest with people. Listen, this is not the best place in the world. There's no air, there's no heat in the wintertime, the roof leaks, and there's mold that's growing on the walls. Why would you want to live in that? But apparently some people do. And it was us finding a place and trying to find something that was close enough and not so far away. But so we moved to Sparkle City, and now I have the longer commute to work, but that's okay. It'll be fine. But anyways, short and sweet. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. I think this is long enough. But I do hope that you have a blessed day. I will try to do it probably another update, maybe 3 months in. We'll see what happens once school starts, and keep everything up. And I'm planning on doing a studio tour, though it's more like a bedroom tour because my studio is in my bedroom now. But I am planning on doing some type of tour to let you know how I've set things up in the new place, because I had to make a decision. Although we went today to go look at storage buildings because we have a lot of stuff and there's no place to store everything, because where we were living, we had this giant hallway and it was easy to kind of stack things out of the way, and we had a closet, and we had a back porch, so that was enclosed. So there's a lot of places that we could put things, but now we don't have that. I really want to use my dining room, and right now I think we have a whole lot of baby stuff because there are 2 cribs. They set a crib up. They still have a crib. So we need a place to store that. She didn't want to get rid of it just yet, or maybe she is trying to. And anyways, just a whole lot of excess stuff and Christmas stuff. Between her Christmas stuff and my Christmas stuff, we have a lot of stuff, but we needed a place to store it. And so we were looking at storage sheds and found one that was perfect for us to store what we needed to store in it. But then I turned around and told my son, I said, oh, I see something I want. And it's like a little she shed with a door and these windows. And I was like, I could see myself crafting in there. And it was a little out of my budget. But it would need power to it and everything else. So anyways, I can dream of having my own little place in my own little studio. But for right now, that's all that is a dream. And until something else changes or something improves, that's all it's going to be. But I am pretty much to the point of, I can get over it. I will be happy with crafting in my room and working in my room. I just have to be very creative about how I do things. So anyways, see you in another video, probably here soon. Later. Bye. Have a blessed day.